In today's video, I'll be making a poster of Homelander for season 4 of The Boys using only Photoshop, shots from the trailer, and stock images. Let me show you how.
Are we ready? I guess not.
Welcome back to the channel. My name is Colton, also known as Nerd Designer. Thank you for clicking on the video. At the time of recording, season 4 of The Boys isn't out yet, but the promotional materials are starting to heat up. After watching the trailer and looking at all the cool posters and sitting alone in my bedroom in my underwear, boom, inspiration. I got inspired to try and combine this image of Homelander from the trailer with this kind of Donald Trump satire that they're pushing in the marketing.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
Let's see if I have the skills to make anything worth looking at. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think of my artwork or how many eggs I suck, whatever works for you. Of course, we have to start where we always start, isolating our subjects from their backgrounds. While boring and not very fun to watch, I do think there's something oddly satisfying about cutting out photos like this.
Hey, that's pretty good.
After placing his sexy ass onto the canvas, I placed a properly copyrighted stock image of the American flag from Adobe Stock. Motherfucker.
Don't fucking come for me or my husband's lawyers will sue you for fucking defamation.
And placed it behind Homelander to be the backdrop. Next thing I had to grab was the logo for the show. Placed it behind Homelander to add some hierarchy / basic composition. The basic idea here was to make it look like Homelander had just finished fucking up some poor civilians or babies or whatever he's into using his heat vision, and then it was going to ironically say, "Make America super again," like the actual marketing. And it was hard because creating heat vision that is new and unique and isn't just two basic lens flare PNGs over someone's eyes was actually really difficult.
If I'm being honest, this is going to be super hard.
The first step is to cut out the eyeballs using the pen tool. Then you double click on that shape you just made to open up its properties, and you want to add an outer and an inner glow. And even though I started with a red shape, obviously it needs to be white. That's because the center of a laser, the hottest point, is so bright and so hot. Like a lightsaber is completely white and it's giving off the specific color glow that you see. Duh, don't you know the specific scientific physical properties of a made up superpower? Jesus, keep the fuck up.
Come on, son.
The next step is just overlaying as many cool assets as you can find. I started out with this really dope Ring of Fire asset that I found on Adobe Stock. Once you set the blend mode to lighten, made it look like there's still stuff leaking out of his eyes, like he's not 100% finished yet. Pause.
Hey, phrasing!
I also added some embers and some flames to the foreground to give the contextual implication that he just fucked some people up. And then you continue with more fire assets over the eyes. There isn't really a playbook to heat vision creation. I was just searching as many keywords as I possibly could: explosion, fireball, ring of fire, heat, shit like that with transparent backgrounds. Once I was happy with the blend mode of all those and the colors, I moved on to color matching his actual photography to the scene I was creating. I used the color balance adjustment layer to give a bunch of red and orange shadows, midtones, and highlights. He's got two big red burning balls of fire on his face and then a burning inferno implicated just off screen. So he's going to be tinted towards those colors pretty heavily. Now, here's the inevitable point in each of these videos where Colton is a little shitty and takes a shortcut.
Typical.
I used AI to extend Homelander's body. Sue me.
I have flaws. What are they? Oh, I don't know. I sing in the shower. Sometimes I spend too much time volunteering. Occasionally I'll hit somebody with my car. So sue me. No, don't sue me. That's the opposite of the point that I am trying to make.
There's no really good photos of Homelander that are high resolution. I was lucky enough to get the one I did. And you know, it's just a lot of work. So after about 5 seconds of being unhappy, I just used generative fill. It actually turned into a net positive because I realized I needed to cover up that area a lot more. And I added a bunch of heat and flame elements to that area, which I actually think overall improved the piece. Moving on. It's time to start creating highlights and shadows on Homelander. Lately, my go-to move for quick highlights and shadows is the exposure adjustment layer. You just pull it all the way down for shadows, and then you double click on it and use the blend if sliders to eliminate the natural highlights in the photo and accentuate the natural shadows. It's like his neck and his ears or whatever. The same applies for the highlights, except in the opposite direction. This is not a perfect solution. It's a bit of a shortcut, so it does require some cleanup afterwards using layer masks and brushes and such. After a little bit more set dressing and ambient lighting, I thought it would be a cool, nice touch to throw some blood splatters on the flag and the backdrop. It's also a little nod to the bloody history of this amazing show. And this again is just done with copyright-free blood splatters and blend modes.
When people do this, I don't really know what that means.
From here, I started adding the logos and the poster stuff and then the tagline. Typography is clearly not my strongest skill. Neither is creating videos or graphic design or Photoshop or people skills or athletics or having a hairline or dieting or driving. Where was I? Oh, right. Typography.
Stop it. Get some help.
I wish I had found a better solution for the type treatment, but to be honest with you, I was tired, you guys.
Not really. I'm just tired. The days are short. I don't know. Maybe I'm depressed.
And now we find ourselves here. Like Thanos and Destiny, dread it, run from it, but the camera raw, oil paint, and poster edge filters arrive all the same. Comment down below what you think I should call this set of filters I always end a video with. I could use a funny name and I can't think of anything. And that's the poster. Let me know what you think of the final edit down below. Sound off. What critiques do you have? Does anything stand out as overly shitty to you? I have one thing that actually bothers me outside of the tagline, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, and I will respond to the comment of the person who gets it right. Also, let me know if you're excited for season 4. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think these supernatural people are going to be? As a diehard fan of Supernatural, it warms my heart to see this show as like a spiritual successor with all the people you know and love from Supernatural and all the Easter eggs that feel like they're just for me. I'd love to one day make a Supernatural edit at some point on this channel, but right now I just can't find a direction or art that is usable. Please leave a like or subscribe if you liked this video, if you like what I do here. It really, really helps let YouTube know that this is something it should show to more people. We're building a nice little community here, and I'm really, really happy. I can't thank any of you enough for watching and supporting. It means the world to me. Until next time, I love you. Stay sexy.